A few days ago in this forum, I did insinuate that Kenyans should expect a possible handshake or even a ceasefire between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. That was a few days ago here. And today, for the first time since September 2022, William Ruto, Uhuru Kenyatta, Kithure Kindiki, and Rigathi REFUSES met at a function for the first time since 2022. And their meeting today was not an accident. It was well planned and well executed. If you look at the seating arrangements, you are seeing Uhuru Kenyatta there, Kithure Kindiki, and William Ruto. They are sitting at the front, what we can say at the high table. Rigathi REFUSES is sitting alone with the likes of Wamuchomba, very far away. And it's also worth noting that Uhuru Kenyatta greeted Kithure Kindiki and William Samoei Ruto. Rigathi REFUSES did not greet Uhuru Kenyatta, Kithure Kindiki, and William Samoei Ruto. That also speaks volumes. Let's see what Uhuru Kenyatta shared out. Office of the 4th President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency President retired Uhuru Kenyatta arrives at the University of Embu grounds for the Episcopal consecration and installation of Bishop-elect Monsignor Peter Kimani Ndung'u as the Catholic Bishop of Embu Diocese. The colorful ceremony is presided over by Archbishop Habetas Matthews Martin van Megen, the Apostolic Nuncio to Kenya. And then the details are in the photos. You are seeing Uhuru there greeting Ruto, and you are seeing that lineup there. You are seeing Uhuru Kithure Kindiki and William Samoei Ruto. So Uhuru Kenyatta is sharing out photos of him greeting Ruto. That's very important. Let's now have a look at what Kithure Kindiki posted. And Kenyans should be very keen on the photos. This is what Kithure Kindiki posted. Kithure Kindiki, Embu County, Kenya, Saturday, November 16, 2024. The Episcopal ordination and installation of Right Reverend Peter Kimani Ndung'u as the 4th Bishop of the Embu Catholic Diocese at the Embu University grounds. Kithure Kindiki has shared out those photos of Ruto greeting Uhuru Kenyatta, of him greeting Uhuru Kenyatta, among other photos. So Kithure Kindiki wants Kenyans to understand and to know that he greeted Uhuru Kenyatta and that Uhuru Kenyatta also greeted Ruto. The details are in the photos. Let's now look at what Rigathi REFUSES shared out. His Excellency Rigathi REFUSES EGH, Matthew 9:37 and 38, he said to his disciples, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field." I'm delighted to join the Catholic faithful in the Diocese of Embu for Episcopal ordination and installation of Right Reverend Peter Kimani as the Bishop of the Embu Diocese. Congratulations, Bishop Kimani. I wish you the very best on this day and always as you shepherd in the vineyard of the Lord. And then Rigathi REFUSES shared out those photos. He's not sharing any photo of him with Uhuru Kenyatta or with Ruto or with Kithure Kindiki. He has just shared out those photos of himself with Wamuchomba and some of those leaders supporting him. He has not shown us anywhere where he's greeting Uhuru Kenyatta, Ruto, or Kindiki. And that also speaks volumes. What did Wamuchomba share out? Honorable Gadoni Wamuchomba, in Embu, the consecration of Bishop Peter Kimani Ndung'u, originally from Kamuchege village, Gudunguri, the new Catholic bishop in town, congratulations. Wamuchomba has only shared photos of herself with Rigathi Gachagua and the leader supporting Rigathi Gachagua. She has not shared any photo of herself or of Rigathi greeting Uhuru, Ruto, or Kindiki. The photos are speaking volumes. Rigathi did not greet Uhuru, Kindiki, and Ruto. So there is a clear divide. Rigathi and his allies were on one side, Ruto, Kindiki, and Uhuru Kenyatta were on the other side. And if you listen to some of the speeches, how some archbishops spoke, how Uhuru spoke, they were all condemning tribalism. And we now know today in Kenya, as I talk, if you talk about tribalism, chances are very high you might be pointing accusing fingers at Rigathi Gachagua because his impeachment was because of tribalism. Uhuru spoke against tribalism, and some bishops also spoke against tribalism. Let's listen to Uhuru Kenyatta first before we continue.
Lakini ningependa kuungana na yale yamesemwa hapa na mwenzetu makamu wa rais. Tuombee nchi yetu, tuombee amani, tuombee uwiano kati ya viongozi na wananchi. Tuache mambo ya ukabila na tupendane. Sisi wote ni wa Kenya, na Kenya haiwezi kufaulu watu wakiwa na utengemano, wakiwa watupiana maneno, wakiwa hawaheshimiani. Vile tumesema bishopu hawaheshimu, nyinyi mutarudisha hiyo. So viongozi pia muheshimu wananchi na watarudisha hiyo heshima.
Uhuru Kenyatta is speaking against tribalism. And when somebody today in Kenya speaks against tribalism, fingers are being pointed towards Rigathi Gachagua. And not only Uhuru Kenyatta, Archbishop Hubertus Matthews Maria, Apostolic Nuncio to Kenya, also spoke against tribalism. Listen to this once again.
Dear Father Peter, God, through his church, has chosen you to become a bishop. And today, you will be made into the Bishop of Embu. But always keep in mind that you are not the bishop for a particular group of people, so to say, one tribe, or a particular mountain, or a particular class, or a particular conviction. When made a bishop, you're always bishop of the universal church. Today you are in Embu. Tomorrow you could be sent far away from here. Today it's Mount Kenya. Tomorrow it could be Mount Elgin. Actually, first and foremost, you should identify with those who are less known to you. And you know that very well because prisoners are those who are excluded from society and who are many times not even known by name. Speak with those who do not speak your language, who do not have your culture, who are not your class of people. You may find Christ more easily and more profoundly.
Let's put all that into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. What does all that mean? chances of Uhuru Kenyatta working with William Ruto are higher than Uhuru Kenyatta working with Rigathi Gachagua. That's what I can make from the kind of engagements we saw today in Embu. So the whole talk that Uhuru is supporting Rigathi Gachagua, those might just be political lies. If given a chance, Uhuru Kenyatta will easily work with Ruto than with Rigathi Gachagua. Politics is all about interests. There is nothing Uhuru Kenyatta stands to gain by working with Rigathi Gachagua, but he stands to gain a lot by working with the government. That's something Kenyans should also know. So I won't be wrong to say that Kenyans should maybe expect a possible ceasefire between Uhuru and Ruto. That's a possibility. And also from that incident, when Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua's names were mentioned, there were wild cheers. That's Embu, an area considered Mount Kenya East. That confirms that a good number of Embu residents are still seeing Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua as their kingpins. Though that does not mean that things might not change in the coming days. But as it is today, a good number still see Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua as their political kingpins. That's also something that came out very, very clearly. So Kithure Kindiki and William Ruto, they have got a lot of work to do in Mount Kenya East and even in the entire mountain. They should not sit petty thinking that they already have the ground. They must go out and speak to the people. That's something that also came out very, very clearly. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. But I won't stop without saying power is temporary. Those currently holding power, they must know that power is transient. It's something that you have today, tomorrow you will lose it. If you look at Rigathi Gachagua today, look how dirty he was today. The shoes had got even mud. There was no red carpet for him as he arrived for that occasion. He was forced to walk in the mud. Compare Rigathi's shoes to Uhuru, Ruto, and Kindiki's shoes. You are seeing Rigathi's shoes are filled with mud, something that is not happening with Uhuru, Ruto, and Kindiki's shoes. Power is temporary. Rigathi Gachagua was drunk with power. Now that he has been impeached, he's coming to terms with the reality that power is indeed temporary. Kenyan leaders should learn from Rigathi Gachagua's downfall. Let me stop it there. If you're watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.